Okay, I'm not quite sure what the question is. Okay, I do a lot of videos and a lot of stuff, so I'm never sure if I'm up in time. Right now, when I'm talking combinations, there's this way. See the way it runs this way? And then there's that way. In French, they call it the accent aigu, and they call it the accent grave. Okay, which way it goes. And it's just like the steeple of a church, right? Which goes like that, right? The steeple of the church. And there's the right angle, and then there's the other angle. So let me explain. The other one they call a circumflex, right? If I was going circumflex, like the A, I would have to take this number over here, right? This letter over here. This is the first level, second level, third level, okay? My extension of my A, right, would have to end over here. My leg would end here. It would start here. It would end here. Would start here, would end here. So if I say 4, 2, I'm probably saying fourth row 2, or I'd say 3, 2, 3. I'd say 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, right? Doesn't matter what it is because the winner is on the top of the totem pole. The others are second and third, bronze and silver, right? So that's how I associate. If you're talking about just the right side, I don't know how they determine it. Is it determined by how are we going to determine this? So I have to create my own game. Now, if I had to decipher a code or create a code, I'm not quite sure what I would do. I do know that 6, 7, and 8 is 21, and in the cards, right, they show up all the same. 6 will show up here and here, or 7, right, part of 8 will show up in 7. Depending if the card is flipped upside down, which part of these will show up in 7. You know, like your telephone, you turn it around and everything just flips around again. Well, almost like the same thing, right? And it can also be in lock position. Do you notice that it could be all wiring? Because if you take a look on this angle, right, doesn't it look like the letters are below everything and it's going down? Maybe if I put a little shade on it, you can actually see the grid going down, right? So now you have, when you have this, you have W, Q, X, Y, and here's your Z, right? So your lowest one is in the 1 area. It's number 7. It's in the 1 area. Why? Because numbers, right, is the 9 world. And 8 and 1 is your 9 world. The same way as in the cube, 5 and 2 equals to your 7 world. Where the cube is all 6 of your 6 world, where there's 8 and 1 in the cube. Everything is telling a different story. Here is 8 and 1. There's 8 surrounding 1. How do I know? Because when I look at the other cubes, all the other spaces are filled up. Here is 1 and 8. Here is 2 and 7. 1, 8, and 2, 7. Right? They create your round. 1, 8, and 2, 7. When 1, 8, and 2, 7 come up, when 1 and 2 comes up, 5 and 6 comes up. Any crap, yo 11. 5 and 1 is 6. 6 and 2 is 8. Right? 6 and 2 is 8. 5 and 1 is 6. So if I take 2 dice, right, and I go 6 and 2 is 8, I should put it at the other side and have 5 and 1 is 6, right? But what if I had 5 and 3 is 8? The other side will be 4 and 2 is 6. What if I had 2 and 1 and 5 is 6? Well, the other side will be 6 and 2 is 8. Or how about if I just had 3 and 3 is 6? The other side will be 4 and 4 is 8. Just the same thing if you want 5. You want 5, here's 3 and 2, right? The opposite side is going to be 5 and 4, 9. Right? Here you have 6 and 3, 9. The opposite side is going to be, well, we just did that, 1 and 4, right? So what if you had 4 and 5, 9? It would be 3 and 2, 5. So these are all. Now, when I want to also connect it to different worlds, I'll go 1 and 6 will be 7. 2 and 5 will be 7. 3 and 4 will be 7. 6 in a 3 combination, okay, I must begin with 4. 4 and 3. In a 3 combination, right? How would I be able to get to 7, right? 4, 2, and 1 is the only way to get to 7 in a 3 combination. So I'll be using these letters here, these letters here, and these letters here. I can't use any of the other ones. In a cubed world, which brings on the 7th gate because there's 2 cubes, okay, I won't be using number 3. 313 is the way in. 313 is the way in. It's equal. It's mirrored. And 313 is what we did in the last video to explain, okay? And 412 it says bad. And 313 is, here's your 6, right? 1 through 6 is 21 and 6 is 27. 8 and 9 is 17 and 10 is 27. There's 1 extra, right? On your 2 dice, 6 and 1 is 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 7 equals to 28. 28, 27 if you want to look at it that way. 10 and 9, 109. Okay, or 1, 9 would create AI. If you had 5 and 2 here, okay, which is not going to be right because then we're going to have to take out, if we had 5 and 2, it would be a different set of numbers. But if I use the last 7, how would the last 7 show up? If it showed up as 5 and 2, I would have to put 26 to be the queen, right? 5. Okay, and then 2 would have to be split between these two. 5 would only give me 26. I'll be less. 26, 27 is 53. That's electric company. If it was 4, it'd be 25. It'd be Earth and the red sun. And then the 3 would go over here in creation. Do you understand what I'm trying to show you? What they all share is number 1. Because using 6 man, sharing the 1 spirit or the 1 energy or the 1 past, whatever you want to do. So different ways also to do this is to double up these letters, to flip them over, maybe turn it this way, where this set of letters goes over here in the 8th position. So you'll have all this being number 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if we did it that way, okay, there's 2 values to look at. We'd have 1. Here we have 2 times value of 8 is 16. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the value of 8 is 40. So you'd have, if you would reverse, okay, and go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you'd have 5 letters. So here you'd end up with 40. 5 times 8. Here you'd end up 1, 2, 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Starting to look good. 1, 2, 3 equals to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 equals to 16. I like that. I have a Fibonacci number that comes up with that, and that's inside the sun. 1, 2, 3, this would now equal to 3 by 3 is 9, and this is 2. 2 by 2 is now 4. Instead of being 14, it's now 4. Instead of being 5, 4. This here would have been 18, right? And it's now 9. 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. It remains the same. This one, okay, which would have been 20, okay, is now 16. 2 and 7. Red sun in 5. This one would be 3 by 4 is 12. 12 and 4. They're the complete reverse 27. This would be 6 and 3. That's perfect. These two I really like. I can't explain it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 3 is 12. Look at that. Creation of the day of man. Right? 12 and 24 hours. 1, 2, 3 is 6. The cube and man. And this would be the total of 5. The E world, the electric. So when we add them all up, it'd be 16 and 2. 16 and 2. 16 plus 2, right? Is that what I got? Look, sorry, I would get 40. And I guess, sorry, what was this? This was, wow, because I mixed them up. The total value over here is let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 1 would be 40 plus 16. 2 would be 21 plus 14. This one, right? 3 will be 36. 12 plus 24. 4 is going to be 15 and 12. 5 is going to be 20 and 16. 20, 16, right? 20 and 16. 6 is going to be 18 and 9. And this one's going to be 14 and 14 and I'm just trying to remember. There's going to be two numbers over here. What am I doing? 18 and 9 times 4 or times 5 times 3 or times 6, right? 9 or 18, right? 9 or 18 times 7 or times 2. This will be 4 or 14 times 8 or times 1. Be 2, 8. 8 and 8 is 16, or 1 and 1 is 2, is 16 and 2. So that's what the numbers would be. And where did I let, if this was number 8 or this was number 1, if this is the 7th number or number 2, the red sun. The red sun and the red sun. It's telling me, don't forget, in all that I'm talking about, it's telling me about nouns, verbs, adverbs. Who am I? Where do I come from? Who am I here with? Who's here with me? So there's all these questions. Am I inside the house? Am I outside the house? Are you inside the house? Are you outside the house? At the same time, 3 and 4 is 7, 5 and 2 is 7, 1 and 6. You can play the different worlds, like I said. You want to go to the 4 world. You remember 1, 4, 7. Off your calculator. 1, 4, 7. 2, 5, 8. 3, 6, 9. Right? 1 is not inside 2, it's inside 5, and it's part of 8. It's part of 8 inside 9, because 8 and 1 are part of each other. There is no 8 without 1. And the only reason for that is if you create a thing of squares, you'll get 4 squares and 4 squares, but that'll be rectangular. How can I show you this? How can I show you this? Here you have 8 around 1, 8 areas around 1. Here you have 4 and 4 for 8. Just, it's too hard to get in and explain. It's just a theory of my own personal reality, which doesn't mean any more than other than your judgment and understanding for what you can create. So there's all kinds of things. We can create letters in here. We can use numbers in here. Since everything is numbers, everything should come back to numbers. 7 times 6 is 42. The freedom of 55 will use the combinations of these numbers, but these numbers were created from other numbers. 7 is created from 3, 1, 3. So without 3 and 1, there is no OZ. Without B, there is no OZ. Right? Oh yes, there is. There is. 4, 2, and 1. 4, 2, and 1. Inside 4 is 1, creating 5. So there's all these. Anyways, that's that Chaldean video. I'm just trying to think of who sent me that piece there. Can't remember your name. But anyways, Raphael 7286, constellation of Pegasus. Let's see if this. It always works a little different, right? Too bright in here, right? Too bright in here.